Come, let's see the topic of intrinsic impedance. It is the ratio of electric field with the magnetic field. Also, it is the ratio of square root of permittivity. It is denoted by neta. This intrinsic impedance having Maxwell equation for use the mathematical conditions del cross E equal to minus dou B by dou T, del cross E equal to minus mu dou H by dou T, dou Ex by dou Z, Ay vector equal to minus mu dou H by dou T. Then already Ex having E naught e power minus rho Z, we conclude that Ex equation in the manner of field, magnetic field, Hy equal to H suffix 0 e power j omega t. So both equation can have to differentiate in the order of dou x or y. So we can get from that differentiation minus gamma Ex equal to minus j omega Hy mu. So both side negative signs are removed or strike out over here. So we can get gamma Ex equal to j omega Hy and mu. So we can rearrange that equation Ex by Hy equal to j omega mu by gamma. Finally, neta equal to j omega mu by root of j omega mu into epsilon plus j omega epsilon. So we got the final equation neta equal to root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Derive wave equation for perfect dielectric lossless mediums del square E equal to gamma square E. So we already having gamma equal to root of j omega mu inside of bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon. So that value have to be put across this gamma. So we can get del square E equal to j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon into E vector for perfect dielectric sigma equal to 0. So del square E equal to j omega mu into j omega epsilon E vector. So j square omega square mu epsilon E vector. So finally we get root of mu by epsilon from the above explanation and mathematical derivation. For a lossy dielectric, del square E equal to gamma square E. So del square E equal to gamma value is j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon as I mentioned earlier. So that value could substitute for gamma from this equation. So we can get gamma equal to root of j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon. So finally we conclude this gamma equal to j omega root of mu epsilon dot root of 1 minus j sigma omega epsilon. So neta equal to root of mu by epsilon into 1 by root of 1 minus j sigma mu epsilon. For a practical dielectric intrinsic of this electrical field is del square E equal to gamma square E. Del square E equal to gamma value is J W mu epsilon plus J omega epsilon into E. So we conclude this binomial theorem expression 1 plus x of n equal to 1 plus nx. Already we are having gamma value. In that gamma value we could replace this binomial theorem, so we can get clearly from the above equation is gamma equal to j omega root of mu sigma plus j omega root of mu epsilon sigma by 2 j omega epsilon. So intrinsic impedance is neta equal to root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So finally we can get neta equal to root of mu by epsilon 1 plus j sigma 2 omega epsilon. If for a good conductor gamma equal to root of j omega mu epsilon. So we can separate the j value from the colloquial root of omega mu sigma into root of j. Root of j is 1 angle 90 degree. That means 45 degree. Come out from that value from those summarized expression. Thank you.